Joined by head coach, leading comments, Mr. Kevin Dineen. Well, we're finally back in this building. It's been a while, it feels like, since we've been back here since opening night. One thing you always talk about is support from the Comets fans, how loud and raucous this building is, and you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What are you feeling when you're down there?
Well, October is always a tough month because we're back to playing, but there's so few games right now. So, you know what, that Saturday night, opening night here, the crowd was just really infectious. I think they just bring a little extra level of enthusiasm and intensity to our players. It's hard not to. And in all honesty, I think a visiting team feels that way a little bit too. Maybe they're coming from a building that doesn't have the reputation or the fan base that we have. So I think they get excited to play in front of such an exciting crew. And whether it's the Comets or all of the folks here that do such a good job of our game night presentation, I think it's a real team effort.
You just mentioned a good point, because Kyle Criscolo, for instance, member of Rochester, had to come in this building in enemy territory for several years, and he talked about how when you were walking into this building, you knew you were walking into a wall of sound, and now he gets to be part of it.
Yeah, it really is. I think I just kind of walk out to the ice. There's familiar faces. There's people that have been long-time folks, and sometimes you see a franchise where they come into a city and the enthusiasm is there off the bat, but I think there's just been a consistent level of commitment to support this franchise, and for us, we're fortunate to have the local ownership that we do that really reaches out to the community. We enjoy getting out in the community, and it's a real nice mixture of going both ways. And there's no better place to see that than on game night here in the building.
I was wondering if you could isolate a couple of players here. First, I'll ask you to talk about Max Willman and what you've seen from him early on in his Comets career.
Well, it's no surprise you look at his stat line and to see how many NHL games he's played. I think he's an underrated player. He's really been a dynamic guy. He protects the puck. He moves well. He's a lot of quality things. He's playing on both sides of our special teams. So well-rounded, and I look at a guy like A.J. Greer a couple years ago that came here, had a little something to prove, and went off to earn himself a NHL contract. And I think that can be a very similar career path for Max.
On the back end, although he didn't play very long because he got hurt, but he should be rounding his way back in, Shimo Nemec, a lot of expectations from him. What have you seen? I know a lot more practice in games, but just overall.
Yeah, he just had the one game here. I think more than anything is his enthusiasm coming down. You get sent down after a training camp, you're right up there, basically the last day of the last cut of the NHL team. That's a kick in the tail a little bit. Instead of moping around, he came down with a smile on his face. He was excited to get going. Unfortunately, he took a pretty good hit there in our home opener and has not been able to participate yet, but excited that he'll be back in the near future and will be a big part of our team this year.
Thanks for doing this, Coach, and obviously best luck the rest of the way.
Okay, appreciate it, Jason.